2023-2024 both were brutal years for smart contract security, and because of that, the entire map of risks in Web3 has shifted. OWASP Smart Contract Top 10 is supposed to be our industry's cheat sheet, the 10 biggest, most painful ways smart contracts break in the real world. But here's the twist, this list isn't static. It evolves with hacks, exploits, and attacker behavior. And when you compare OWASP SCS 2023 to 2025, the changes tells you a story. What attackers stopped doing, what they doubled down on, and where developers are still failing. Let's walk through it because it's not just the ranking that changed, but the real hacks, the losses, the frequencies, and why 2026 is going to look even worse. How top 10 changed and why. Look at the image. Some vulnerability moved up, some fell, and 3 categories from 2023 were completely removed. Timestamp dependency, front-running attacks, gas limit vulnerabilities. Why removed? Because attackers stopped wasting time on low-reward tricks. They moved on to vulnerabilities that offers faster, bigger, and cleaner payouts. And 3 new categories appeared in 2025. Price oracle manipulation, lack of input validation, flash loan attacks. These are not really new in the real world, just finally big enough, frequent enough, and destructive enough to earn a permanent spot. 2023 had re-entrancy at top 1. 2025 puts access control vulnerabilities at the top. And that aligns perfectly with the real data. 953.2 million lost just from lost permissions in 2024 alone. Almost $1 billion because one only owner check was missing or misplaced. This isn't just a reshuffle. This is OWASP telling us that attackers have evolved, developers haven't. Real examples behind each category. Let's connect the list to the real world. Access control vulnerabilities. Projects lost nearly $1 billion simply because a privileged function was callable by the wrong address. Think of the level finance exploit or countless rug pulls where admins could mint or drain funds. Price oracle manipulation, the new top 2. 2023-24 saw a surge in attacks where prices were pulled from DEX and manipulators used flash loans to twist the price for one block, triggering liquidation, stealing collaterals, or draining pools. Logic errors. This includes business logic flaws, wrong eligibility check, wrong math, broken reward system like the exactly protocol exploit where flawed internal logic caused losses. Lack of input validation, this is our new top 4. Simple errors like not validating array length, 0 addresses, or user inputs. These turn into privileged bypasses, reverts, or corrupted state. Re-entrancy top 5. Still relevant, just overshadowed. Project still loses millions when external calls happen before state updates. Unchecked external calls are top 6. If you call another contract and don't check the response, you're gambling with your protocol's entire logic. Flash loan attacks, the new top 7. Flash loans aren't attacks by themselves, but they are tools that multiply damage instantly. 2024 saw attackers use them to manipulate price, borrow, swap, repay all in one transaction, leaving protocols empty. Integer overflows, insecure randomness, DAWs, these continue to appear in lotteries, token mints, AMMs, and NFT drops. Everything on this list has real victims and real dollar amounts behind it. You want to know how common these attacks really are? Solidity Scan's Web3 Hack Hub gives you the answer. 149 major incidents in 2024 alone. Total losses 1.42 billion. Top attacks vector by losses. Access control 953 million, logic error 63 million, re-entrancy 35.7 million, flash loan vectors 33.8 million, lack of input validation 14.6 million, price oracle manipulation 8.8 million. The ranking is given by real blood spill on-chain. How attackers cash out of these vulnerabilities? Attackers are not wasting time. every vulnerability is equals fast money. Access control. Just call privileged function and drain the funds. No complex trickery, just bad code. Oracle manipulation. Move prices, trigger liquidation, walk away with assets. Logic errors. Find inconsistency, mint free tokens and drain the pool. Reentrancy. Re-enter, repeat withdrawals, empty balance. Flash loans. Borrow millions, twist the system, repay in milliseconds, profit. Attackers are not just guessing, they are surgical. They exploit exactly the weak spots developers keep ignoring. How many contracts still has these vulnerabilities in the wild? Thousands. Despite years of audits, education and tooling, many deployed contracts still has these vulnerabilities because they rely on weak randomness, have missing access checks, trust DEX prices, use outdated solidity version, copy-paste insecure code from GitHub. Even top protocols upgrade because the old versions are basically ticking bombs, and NFTs, small DeFi projects and experimental protocols, most of them are wide open. Just because a vulnerability is famous doesn't mean developers are fixing it. How OWASP decides the top 10 ranking? OWASP doesn't guess. The ranking is based on multiple weighted factors. Frequency. How often the vulnerability appears in real incidents. Financial impact. How much money was lost due to it? Total year of data. Ease of exploitation. Some vulnerabilities require deep math, but some just need one missing check. Popularity of affected protocol. If a vulnerability hits major ecosystem, ranking goes up. Likelihood of future exploits based on emerging patterns and new attack tooling. That's why the 2025 list looks so different. The threat, the landscape didn't shift, it has accelerated. And if 2024-25 hacks continue at this pace, the 2026 OWASP list will prioritize economic attacks even more. Oracle manipulation, MEV-driven attacks, cross-chain bridge risks, L2 sequencing design flaws, signature replay in multi-chain systems. Expect new categories. Expect harsher ranking because attackers evolve faster than developers. OWASP SCS isn't just a list. It reflects what the blockchain space actually suffers from. Not theoretically, but in real money, real attacks and real failures. And if you're building in 2025 and beyond, you cannot afford to ignore any of these. The top 10 is your early warning system. It's every past mistake condensed into one list, so you don't repeat them.